I cried because I was like, oh, somebody believes in me.
Double text got me out of my element. I don't want to feel like I'm settling. Double texting you.
Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is MORGANNFLOWERS. If you are new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're not new here, hey boo. As you can see from the title, we are doing a get ready with me. So keep on watching if you're interested in seeing how I got here. Okay, let's go. Hey y'all, so let's jump right into it. Let me bring you guys a little bit closer. Let me pull out my forehead a little bit. So this big old thing. I feel so behind because I haven't done one of these in a long time. Like a long time. Like I have not sat in front of this camera. But I felt like I wanted to switch up my content. I've been giving y'all vlogs. So I was like, Morgan, do something else. I'm just gonna hydrate my skin with the Dermalogica. This is a hydration serum. This is a key that I learned to doing your makeup. It's hydration. So I'm like, let me, get one that I'm consistent with. I always use a Dermalogica. I'm actually running out, so I may need to invest in another one because Dermalogica be a little pricey. So I just want to do like a general chit chat, catch you guys up on some things, just talk about different topics. I haven't talked to y'all like this in a minute, so I'm excited. As far as my face goes, I'm going to keep it fairly simple. I do want to be like pretty and not glowy, but I want a good highlighter moment. I love a good a blush moment. I want a nice blush moment. So now I'm just going to do the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream, and this, it's only a little bit in this little jar, but I've been using this faithfully as a part of my makeup routine. I'm still a very simple makeup girly, like no foundation. I just still keep it fairly simple when it comes to my makeup. And also, to be completely honest, I haven't found like the perfect foundation shade. You know how some people just have like the perfect match, like it just blends out so perfectly. I have yet to find one that I'm 100% confident in. So that's also why, like, I just be like, you know what, I'm good with just concealer. Like, I'm perfectly fine with that until I decide to bump it up and try again with finding a new shade. Let me know what y'all use. I know a lot of people use like NARS. I've seen people tapping into the designer ones, like the YSL beauty type of stuff, but until then, we're gonna concealer it up. I'm just gonna go in with the Milk Hydro Grip. You guys already know the vibes. Like, this one is super popular. I'm still like halfway through. I still have like halfway to go on this thing. So I do like this because it does make the skin like tacky. So that's said to be able, like, your makeup sticks to that a little bit better. That's what they say. So that's what I've been doing. So let's jump into the life update. So you guys know I've been planning for Canvases and Cocktails. Y'all know that's my baby, my firstborn event that I've been doing that I'm honestly so excited about. I'm just happy to be doing something outside of just content, outside of just like, the regular. Even when I did the newsletter, like, that was something outside of the regular for me. So just happy to be sharing myself, sharing my mind in a different way, because I find myself trying to be creative and do different things to promote Canvases and Cocktails. So I've been having fun with it. I got a full glass that's about to fall out of my hand. But lately I've been like just pitching to different brands, trying to see if brands will send me some products, just trying to find sponsors for the event. And I didn't even think about that at first, but I'm so happy that I did get that idea. We're going to talk a little bit about that later. Who gave me the idea? We're going to talk about her later. But I'm so happy to just be doing something different, and I don't think I told y'all this in my vlog yet, but a brand did say yes. So I do have a brand sending me product. Y'all, when I say I cried, like, I literally cried when they said yes. But let me say, real quick, I'm going to be using the it's all blurry. Anastasia Beverly Hills. Oh my gosh, y'all. It's the light. Okay, you guys know what this is. This is the Brow Freeze along with the little paddle. I'll have everything linked down below. You guys know the vibe, but I'll have everything like this included. But I like this because, like, my eyebrows, as you guys can see, they're pretty much shaped, so I really don't do much to them. Like, I honestly will just, my mirror's over here, but I'll honestly just give it a little brush it up. I have been doing that like little vibe, and use the flat side to flatten it. Like, that's really what I've been doing lately, and that's been working fine for me. Like, I don't really fill in my eyebrows too much. Of course I can, but I don't, because again, my face is so light. Like, just concealer, I don't need a heavy brow if I'm just wearing concealer. You know what I mean? It just feels excessive, right? Like, eyebrows, all types of done, and your face is simple. Like, child. I mean, that does work sometimes. If you do that, sometimes it'd be cute if your eyebrows are done and your face is bare, or whatever the case may be. But usually when I go out, I tend to keep it more on the simple side. But the brand that took a chance on me, it's Boxed Water. We have our first sponsor. Well, this is actually my second sponsor, because Freshly should be sending me the cocktails, so I'm waiting for the confirmation and that, like, to come in. But that's my first sponsor. But Boxed Water was the first brand that was like, yeah, we'll send you some stuff for your event. I cried because I was like, oh, somebody believes in me. Like, I was so like, yo, I was so excited. So that, like, and just like I kept saying to myself, all I want is one brand to send me something. Like, that's all I wanted. One brand. I wasn't even like particular. Like, of course, when you're pitching to like a bunch of brands, I might have pitched to like maybe 40 brands. Of course, well, maybe a little bit, like maybe it might be like 30-ish. But now, like, my event is like a week away, so I really can't. I waited too long to really start pitching to like 100 brands. You know, I waited a little bit too long. But I am very happy with the one, and I hope that it comes in time and all that good stuff. So I'm going to follow up with her on Monday, and hopefully it'll be out soon. I'm so excited. That, like, really made me cry. Okay, what I'm going to use next is the NARS concealer. This is one of the concealers that I use. This is the Radiant Creamy in the shade Amande. This is my regular. I'm about to say, come on now, camera. Do your job. But this is one of the concealers that I use, and I pretty much just do like a little doop-de-doop. But I was so happy with, I've been just happy with Canvases and Cocktails, and however it turns out, and I did say this in my vlog, if you watch my vlog, I did not really pay too much attention to, like, I didn't put much thought into whether people would buy my tickets. Like, I had it in my head that I would have 10 people. Like, I had it in my head that was what I was gonna sell. Like, I didn't even think to myself, like, oh, I might not even get any ticket sales. Like, that didn't even cross my mind. So I guess it has its pros and cons, because on one side it's like, Morgan, you have to think about the possibilities of the event not going the way you want it to go. Like, you have to think about that type of stuff. But I just didn't. I simply just did not. But for the second concealer, I'm just gonna do the e.l.f. This is upside down, sorry y'all. This is the e.l.f. Concealer. I think this is the camo, yes, camo matte concealer, and this is in Deep Olive. Almost dropped it. But even aside from my mirror's over here, but I'm like using the camera at the same time. But even aside from Canvases and Cocktails, I've been struggling a little bit. My job has been so, it's been hectic lately. And a part of that is because how can I say this without saying too much? Basically, the last couple of days, I was thinking sorry y'all, I'm struggling because I don't want to say it and put it into the air. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you speak things you want to speak life into. You know what I'm saying? So I struggle like saying it, but like I was thinking that I may get fired from my job. So that's a different story. But you know, we will get into that. But I've just been basically like, what am I gonna do? Like, you know, and God, I don't have time to cry. I cried earlier because I was thinking, like, I'm not a person to take risks, right? Like, I'm a very safe person. I'm just letting this sit for a second. But I'm a very safe person. I don't like to just go out on a whim. I'm just not that girl. I love a schedule. Y'all know I love a schedule. I love a planner. I love some routine. But wait, just really quickly, this is the Say, everything's so fingerprinty. But this is the Say bronzer. I love this bronzer, and this is in deep bronze. But I love it. It's just a creamy little consistency. I always just do like a little doo-doo-doo-doo. And it's super, I love the texture of the Say bronzer. I would definitely buy this again. But what I was saying was, I'm not a person to take risks. I like to keep my life simple. I like to know what's going on from the day to day. I don't want to wake up and be like, well, how am I going to make money to pay my rent? Like, I don't want to have that. Like, I'm not set up for that. I'm just a girl. I'm literally just a girl. Like, please. But basically, like, there's just some things going on at my job right now, and I'm very scared. And y'all know it's real when you call your grandma. You know it's real when you call your grandma. I needed some words of wisdom. I needed a calm voice, a sane mentality, because like I said, I cried earlier, and I'm just like, what am I gonna do? Of course, the optimistic side of me, I'm a Sag. The optimistic side of me said, Morgan, if this is what happens, this is what God intended to happen. It may be time for you to move on. You know, it may be time for you to really dive into, like, do a deep dive into what you want to do and where you see yourself. This may be how you get there. Like, you know what I'm saying? You try to think of it in a positive way. Of course, I'm going to be petrified because I'm like, okay, again, what do I do? Where do I apply to? What types of, I'm going to, gosh, it's so crazy. But anyway, this is just a refi brush. You guys already know the brush by now. But I'm just going to give it a good little swirl. Not a swirl. The Monet swirl. I'm not doing a Monet swirl, but yeah. So it's been like a lot on my mind when it comes to that. I love this little cream bronzer. Like, it's just a little cute little touch. Bring some warmth back to the face. Especially after you blend out your concealer. It's like, give me a little something. But again, like, I'm just trying to roll with the punches. And again, whatever happens is just in God's hands. Like, it's just how it was meant to go. What did I have on here? I think that was the brow freeze. I'm like, what is on this napkin that is like on my finger? But yeah, whatever happens is what's gonna happen. So I'm dropping stuff. But let's blend this out. I always start with like a little brush, and then I'll go in with a beauty blender, damp beauty blender. You guys know it's damp by now. I don't gotta explain it to you. On the brighter side, basically, I do have a social media like mentor, basically. She's a wonderful person. And she's just been helping me, just kind of like guiding me, and just being someone that I can ask questions, right? Because sometimes, like, when you're doing something for the first time and you don't have anyone in your corner to ask, like, it just becomes harder. Like, life almost seems like, who is here to help me? Like, it's like one of those things. So she's just such a great example of a great content creator. She's been doing other things too lately. She's been helping me with canvases and cocktails, of course. So I've just been really happy to have her in my corner, and just like her rooting for me rooting for her, because again, she still does content and she's been leaning into some other avenues. So Asa, if you're watching this, I love you, girl. Just really fortunate, like, God places people in your life for a reason, right? Like, everyone has a role. So I'm so happy just meeting her. And I actually met her through my girl Kyra. She's a longtime friend of Kyra. So, like, I'm just really happy to just have people in my corner that can help me, and I can learn from them and be inspired by them. Like, it's just one of those things. So that's always fun. Another bright side, I look crazy right now. Don't pay me no mind. Okay, I gotta blend out number two. But on another bright side, I'm supposed to be planning a trip to Atlanta. So I might be in your city looking every bit of pretty. It's like, nah, but I'm looking forward to Atlanta. I did go to Atlanta last year. And I'm just trying to, like, plan out some little details. And, like the little stuff that comes with a trip. Trying to figure out my hair. That's, like, my main concern right now. Like, how am I going to get my hair? I really would love a quick weave. We love a good quick weave moment. A side part quick weave. Ooh, that might be kind of cute. But yeah, so that's pretty much a life update for the most part. Like, other things, be going on. But for the most part, my head is mainly on canvases and cocktails, trying to get that squared away. You guys, of course, will see all the behind the scenes of me planning that. Like, me being there. The actual event, of course, I'm going to try and multitask the situation. But I did hire a photographer, so you guys will at least get some pictures and all that good stuff. But I'm really excited for it. Okay, let's move on a little bit to eyes. I'm gonna do like a little bit of something to my eyes, because why not? So we're gonna start with the Say. I also use this Say bronzer as for my eyeshadow because it's just perfect. Like I literally just put it on my finger and wow, okay, that was kind of a lot. I kind of just got too much. But I'll just kind of give my finger a little bit of tap right here on my eyelid, and it kind of gives a glossy feel. Then I like use my fingers to just blend it out. Add some more if you need to. But I love this because it's very simple. Like if you're not really an eyeshadow girl but you want some color, whatever the case may be, I just like to add a little bit of extra something sometimes. But as we all are getting older, of course I've been thinking a lot about like relationships and like where I envision myself being right now. And honestly, y'all, like I don't know, I feel like I'm getting to a point where I just may be ready for a relationship. Don't quote me. But I don't know, I'm just using the residue from that and just going and yeah, just whatever, just something I do. I don't even know I don't even know if it makes a difference, but that's just what I do. The next thing I want to do really quickly is I'm just going to use the Guyssss Beauty, my little palette. You kind of can make your own palette, but I only bought 3 eyeshadow palettes, but I love this one in here. Like I have to get some more, and they're magnetic, of course, so you can build your own palette. But this one is called Night Owl, and I just love the color of this. It's so gorgeous. It's like that chrome type of, oh, focus and stop playing. But you guys see, it's kind of like one of those situations. So I love just kind of giving it a little tap, or really like a rub more so than a tap, and just like adding a little bit over top of that brown. Like I love this little like pretty eye. Like it just creates a very simple look, but like you kind of doing something. This is for the girls who like don't really know what to do but like kind of want to do something. Like I just give a little finger tap. And that Say Beauty, the brown, is just, you know, it just helps out. It just helps out some more too. But back to relationships, I've been thinking, like, I don't know. I think I've always been back and forth, and with my decisions, sometimes I can be indecisive, and that may or may not lead to my potential downfall. But for the most part, you know, right now, like, I've just been thinking, as I'm getting older, like, I'm kind of sick of the like situationship type of vibes, you know. Like I want to find my person too. Hello, you know. So I don't know, I've just been kind of like in the mood, low-key. I just been feeling that way lately. So what I'm gonna do now, this is my my Morphe palette in 9T, and this is just like a neutral situation. I always use this little palette. It's very neutral. I don't even know, like some things be so old in my little collection that I don't even know if they sell anymore, but I'm gonna still try to find it if it's under there. But again, I'm just neutral in it, like keeping it simple. I'm gonna take like a little, but like you see the brush looks like this. So I'm just gonna take it, and I just dipped it in a little bit of the black eyeshadow. And I'm just gonna like, I'm not a huge mascara eyeliner girl, well not mascara, but I mean eyeliner girl. I'm just gonna like drag it across my eye just to kind of give that illusion of an eyeliner. Just so you don't feel super bare. But for the most part, I usually just keep it simple, you know. Again, illusion, like we're not illusion. It kind of creates a little bit of something. I'm just gonna add a little bit of mascara. I'm gonna use the new one that I got, the Climax by NARS, and I've been liking this one. I also have one like mini that I got from Valentino. I also got this little Valentino mini that I really do like using. So this is all, I'm always like between these two, so yeah. But of course the topic of relationships always, not always, but sometimes it ties into things like kids and stuff. Like, do I want kids? I've been asking myself that lately. Like, is it just me? I feel like, of course, women, I know it's not just me, but women are having children like later, and all of that is a thing. I'm gonna save my bottom lashes for after. But I know like women are having kids later, like statistically. I don't know, like I want to have a family. Like I don't want to just have kids, you know. Of course people don't plan for that, but I want to at least try. He put a ring on my finger, like we take that little route and then we have kids. That'll be perfect, right? Like that's how I would want it to go. Of course if it don't go that way, then it's gonna go whatever way God wanted to go. But ideally that's what I would want to happen. So I'm just gonna set my face using the Huda Beauty. This is in Banana Bread. And this is what I pretty much always use. I have a couple other, I think I have the Fenty Beauty powder as well, but I tend to flock to this one. Me dropping stuff all night, child. Oh my gosh. And of course the powder puff, I'll have these from Amazon, linked below. Love these things. I always say it's something about just putting my little fingers through here. It's just something about the powder puffs that I absolutely love. Like, dap it a little bit off on my finger so that it's not too much powder, and then I'll just give it a little tap tap tap. And then I sometimes will bring it up to my nose too, just to kind of create an illusion like I didn't really contour, but just kind of like, so, oh my gosh, I'd use too much. See, this is what I'm talking about. Just put some more over there. But yeah, so this is pretty much what I do. I am an oily T-zone girl, so sometimes I'll just give it a tap just to kind of mattify it a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna let that chill for just a second. I don't want it to look too like powdery, so I'm okay with it just chilling a second. But I don't know, I just been thinking about like my life and the trajectory of it, and like what I wanted, what I see for myself, what I want. Like, you know, you get older, those things start happening. You start pushing 30, you start thinking about all this type of stuff. So of course I've been thinking about it and just kind of analyzing how things are going and like where I want to be and stuff like that. So, and I keep saying I want to move, but again, I'm not a huge risk taker, so me moving would have to come with stability, like some sense of stability. I don't want to just move with no plan. Like, that's just, I can't see myself doing it. I got a new gel eyeliner and it's actually like super dark. It's like a blackish brown. That's like really dark. So I'm just gonna go ahead and wipe this off. Just give it a little bit of a wipe. What I also use is a Sephora collection. I'll just wipe with this, and this is in toffee. Yeah, 65 toffee. So then I'll just kind of add that to a little, wipe off all the excess that I added to the rest of my face. Okay. But as we are moving into the second half of the year, I'm like, Morgan, what are your goals? Like, what are some little things that you, of course you have goals, like general goals, but like, what are some things that you can like tune into a little bit more specifically? You know, like a general goal is like, okay, I want to grow on social media, but like, what specifically do you see for yourself? So I really want to score my goal right now is to get a 4-figure brand deal, and I think that is gonna come with the brands acting right, and also just like just putting myself out there more, doing more content, filming more videos like this, trying to reach a broader audience. So that's just gonna come with discipline and staying on everything. Y'all know I be on TikTok, so TikTok is not really an issue. So that short form content is not really an issue, but just creating good short form content and not just doing stuff spur of the moment. I've been like wanting to curate my content a little bit more. But really quickly, I'm just going to use the NARS liquid blush, and this is in Insatiable. It's a very, very pretty color. It's like a reddish, it's like a berry situation. Like a berry, it's like a dark pink purplish berry color. So you guys will kind of see what I mean when so pretty. It's just gorgeous. It's so pretty. I love how pretty this is. I'm actually going to probably add a little bit more, but I want to just, I can use my finger honestly, but I want to just give it a little bit of, it kind of almost looks like a reddish color. I'm going to multitask. I'm going to use my finger and I'm going to use the brush. But of course I've been bringing the concealer up, or not the concealer, the blush up a little bit. And just a really allowing for like a good like blush moment. I really love a good blush, especially on different color skin. Like, you know how sometimes all right, I look a little crazy, just bear with me. But you know how blushes just come in all different colors. I love when there's like the pinks, and then there's like a purpley blush, and then there's like the reddish tone type of blushes that always just eat. Like, they just always look so good on our skin complexions. I just be like, yes girl. All right, I may have used a little bit too much. Just a little bit too much. Just a little bit. But I'm just going to continue to blend out, and I also have a couple more things to do. I'm going to add a little bit of powder concealer, just like contour, just like at the end of like that last minute makeup step. But hopefully that'll like tone it down just a little bit more. Like, I wanted a blush moment, but like okay, you got your blush moment, like girl. Another thing that I really want to do for the year, I want to continue with my newsletter. Like, I've been really trying to stay on top of that and just really give different moments, different visuals, different tips, and different things about myself throughout the months. I want to keep promoting that, so you guys will still I don't fall off. I just don't want to fall off with that. Just doing different things, different sorts of content that I enjoy doing. My mouth getting dry. but the newsletter is always fun, so I definitely want to stay on that. And I'm excited for it, you know, just continuing with it. Like I said, growing it. I just reached 50 newsletter subscribers, so that like made me super happy, of course. So okay, the next thing I'm going to use is just the NARS. This is the bronzer in Laguna, and I love this stuff too. I'm just going to use like a little and just give it a very light brush and bring it down here, just a little down here. Just gonna get these bottom lashes back with this NARS Climax mascara. And I saw something before that said to go side to side rather than going down. I think Any Given Sunday gave it. Yeah, it was Any Given Sunday. She gave that tip to go side to side as opposed to trying to go down. And I tell you, it's hitting my bottom lashes, like, for sure, going side to side. And she said that this helps not to get it on your skin. You know how sometimes you're going like this? I wonder if that applies to the top one too. I'm gonna leave the top alone. But I've been liking this little method that she suggested. So very, very pretty eyeliner. I mean mascara. Oh my gosh. Very pretty mascara. I love it. So I'm just gonna spread my face using the one size. I do have the mini, and I really feel like I should invest in the large one because this mini went a little bit too fast. Hold on. It definitely has a perfume scent in it, so if your skin is sensitive and you're not into scents and stuff, then I would not recommend, because it's definitely a scent in there that's pretty strong, pretty prominent. So I'm gonna try this gel liner. I think this is by Kiss, and this is in the shade Black Brown. Yeah, this is pretty dark actually. Do I want something this dark? Not really. Not really. Let me see what I can find. So I found this other one that I got from, like, I don't even know where this is from, but it's super old. It's NK Makeup. Don't even know what that is. This is just a regular brown eyeliner. I need to give it a little sharpen. Just a little bit. Okay, lip liner's on. And for the gloss and for the rest of my look, what do I want to do? I have this really old MAC lipstick, and this is in Hug Me. I'm about to say, I can't even see what's on the bottom anymore. Why do I keep putting this little mirror away like I'm not using it? So I'm gonna try this for a little color. And then on top of it, I'm just gonna add the Fussy Heat, the Fenty Beauty Fussy Heat. And this is like a pink shade. And Finn, I love it. I love how it came out. My makeup is always like a trust the process type of situation, so sometimes you gotta like get to the end where you can be like, okay, it's cute. Yeah, so I love it. I love these earrings are from Zara. If they still have them, I'll link them below. But I like how it came out, and thank you guys so much for watching a little get ready with me. I hope you guys join me in another video. Bye.